Ally Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 18th season of local high school sports television, is proud to present NU Minor Basketball. Tonight, as we unwrap our coverage of the 2015 season, your Nevada Union Miners take on the Foothill Mustangs. It's the annual CIF Foundation game, and all the basketball action is coming up right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The NU Miners take the hardwood at the Ally for the first time this year in the annual CIF Foundation game as they host the Foothill Mustangs. Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Steve Sitter, the voice of Nevada Union Minor Basketball. Joining me tonight for another season of NU basketball is Paul Brown. Our producer and director in the Commander 2 is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and he is, of course, joined by the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team of Paul Town, Lauren Unger, Sanuinos, and Mason Diley, who are all here and ready for the first game of the season. But before we get started, Paul, I think congratulations are in order for the Bear River Bruin football team, who won the D5 football title this Friday.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. They definitely deserve great recognition. It was a fairy tale season for the Bruins, as you know. You know, everything's got to go right. It's got to fall into place all year long in order for a team to win the section title, and that's exactly what happened with the Bear River Bruins, and congratulations is from everyone.
That's right. Job well done, Bruin Nation. So on we go with the foundation game here tonight. Be sure to join us each week on our Touchdown Productions Game of the Week YouTube channel and on NCTV, Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, and the new Education Channel 18. It's the Nevada Union Miners versus the Foothill Mustangs coming up next right here on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Accidents happen, and Trips Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
We're back here at the Ally, ready to bring this NU varsity basketball team to the viewing audience. Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Sitter with Paul Brown, and the CIF Foundation game about to get started. Both teams doing their warm-ups, and the Foothill Mustangs are a very large team, as Paul mentioned. They have a very, very tall, looks like 4 players above 6 feet, 2 of them 6'4", and a very, very deep roster. Just kind of eyeballing it, looks like about 18 players, whereas Nevada Union will have to make do with just 10. It'll be a very interesting matchup. But we're going to throw it courtside right here, and Gil Dominguez is all set with Jeff Dellis.
I'm up here with Coach Dellis, and Coach, foundation game tonight. What a great showcase for Nevada Union basketball.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to play against somebody else and to play someone against the quality of opponent that Foothill is quite an undertaking for us. We're going to get tested tonight, the things that we need to do well to be good in league. we're going to have to demonstrate tonight right out of the chute.
Well, it looks like they might have a little bit of height on you, just kind of gauging from what they look like on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to have a little height on us this year. But our kids move the ball well. They play bigger than they are. And as long as we do a good job of blocking out, I think we'll be okay.
Well, that's one thing I noticed when you guys were playing the alumni. We did that game before Thanksgiving. Your guys were especially quick.
Yeah, our kids are quick, and they're learning to play together, and they're learning to pass up good shots to get great shots. And so that degree of selflessness that we need in order to be successful needs to be on display on a regular basis, and we need to keep getting better at it.
Now, is that is that the main thing that you're working on at practice these days?
Well, we're working on a lot of stuff, but tempo is really critical for us. You know, we talked before the game that the three most important things tonight are tempo, tempo, and tempo. And so we need to control the pace of the game. Foothill wants to make it a track meet, and we want it to be at a little more conservative pace.
Now, Foothill's here tonight. You got a pretty busy preseason, kind of culminating with the NU Invitational.
Yeah, we have 15 games in the month of December. After tonight, we get 2 practices, and then we're off to Ukiah to play in Mendocino. And then we come back and we host the NUIT, which is always a highlight for us. And we have a great field this year, teams from all over. And we're hoping for a great turnout that weekend with some fan support.
Do you know who your first opponent's going to be?
Yeah, we're going to open with Willows, and what we've started to do the last couple of years is NU plays a daytime game. We play the first game at 12:30, and we'll pack the house with 1,500-1,600 students that day.
Well, you can expect the game of the week will be here for that, and that's always fun when the student body gets involved and really amps up the energy.
Yeah, we look forward to it. Thank you very much.
All right, Jeff Dellis here, not only the head basketball coach, but the athletic director here at NU, wearing a lot of hats these days as we get ready for some minor basketball right here on your NorCal game of the week. Guys, back to you.
I love Gil Dominguez, always a great interviewer. And Jeff Dellis, he is always optimistic and has a great team and an excellent basketball coach.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This has been an excellent place to play basketball over the years. Even as a Bear River student, I know Nevada Union's basketball team does not mess around.
No.
And even with this short crew, I mean, I use short to describe the depth, not the height. 6 of their 10 players are 6 foot tall or taller. So this might be interesting. Foothill, again, looking to control the pace, and we'll have all that basketball action right here on the Touchdown Productions Game of the Week.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tudak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game, and award them with a plaque created by Stookies. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
We are back here at the Ally Gymnasium, about to get this tip-off started for the CIF Foundation game. Let's throw it down courtside for the introduction of tonight's starters.
And if you're looking at the players, I was going to mention John Cinch's shoes.
Number 11, Michael Potts.
Michael Potts will start.
Number 12, Andre Kennedy.
That's Andre Kennedy. He'll be a guard, senior.
D'Angelo Miles.
D'Angelo Miles.
And number 30, Vernon Robertson.
Rounding it out, the sophomore Vernon Robertson, the 6-foot sophomore forward.
Your Nevada Union Miners.
Starting off for the Miners tonight will be an all-junior squad.
Number 10, number 3, Mario Edwards.
Mario Edwards will start at the guard position.
And the lone captain.
They're all juniors, but that's no stretch because there's only 2 seniors on the whole team. Number 11, Bo Perkins will start. He'll play the 2 guard.
Number 15, Daniel Carter.
Here's Daniel Carter. I remember Daniel from last year. He has put on some weight and some height.
Toby Carter.
And Toby Carter.
34, David Maneri.
And there's the offensive powerhouse, number 34, David Maneri. 6'4" junior. Look for him to light up the scoreboard all night.
And with that, we'll go throw it to Steve Sitter, the play-by-play action tonight, the voice of Touchdown Productions. It's all yours, Steve.
And this ought to be a fast one, Paul. Foothill looking to run, and they certainly have the depth for it. They're going to look to run down this Nevada Union team, and if NU can keep the pace to their advantage, I think they'll have a very decent shot at hanging in this game. So Maneri, being 6'4", will take the tip, and he'll go up against Vernon Robertson, who is the only 6-foot player on the court right now. And a very intricate hairstyle he's got. It's like a basketball design.
I like it.
And here we go with the opening tip. And Maneri wins it handily. So Edwards will bring it up. Saw this against the alumni team. And we have a very quick foul. And already an offensive foul.
That's David Maneri struggling for position underneath. He decided to try to get a little more physical than he should have when it's called for it.
Well, here's that fast pace Coach Dellis talked about. Foothill looking. There's a 3 on the way. It's no good. Rebound taken NU. And he sets up quickly. Long pass. Perkins over to Edwards. Edwards throws it back to Perkins. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock, and we've got another foul.
This time Maneri's going to catch the foul. Number 11, that's Potts. Gave him a little shove. Yeah, they've got to fight for a position underneath tonight, Steve. There's not going to be any sagging off.
Quick pass down low for Maneri. Gets his own rebound. Gets it again. And on his 3rd chance, puts it in. Good hustle play by David Maneri. Foothill sets up in the half court. Over to Robertson. Robertson throws it down for Potts. Potts runs the baseline. Quick jumper. And he drains it. So Foothill now puts on a full court press.
It's man-to-man.
An excellent steal. Quick jumper, no good. Maneri grabs the rebound. And you catches a break. There's a three on the way. No good. Maneri tips it back out. But the rebound's taken by Foothill, looking to run with it, and they're going to peel back. Well defended. Back up top. Pass down low, wide open. Michael Potts, great action away from the ball for Foothill.
And an excellent pass as well. Vernon Robertson waited, found his man to hit him.
As that big trap and the long pass works. Knocked away, but Maneri grabs it, puts it in, and it's good. So Foothill now brings it up. NU will not press. Nice drive, but it's no good. Rebound comes out to NU. NU looking to run with it. 2-on-2. Edwards goes right into the defense. Coach Dellis is furious that there's no foul called. Foothill brings it up. Robertson drives, puts it up with the right hand, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, it looks like he was tagged by Daniel Carter. I'll tell you, he is a load. That's number 30, Vernon Robertson. We'll watch him from the line now. Not the tallest player on the floor, but certainly this sophomore right here is very strong, very agile.
He moved very fast, cutting to the basket, switching to the right hand to try and flip it in and drawing the contact. First shot rims out. And we've got 4 subs coming in for NU.
NU's going to platoon.
The only player staying in is Maneri. So the assignments are sorted out. Robertson to shoot his second. And it gets the roll. Foothill leading 5-4. That's Chensi with the ball, trying to dribble through the press. Gets it stolen away. And going up with it is Michael Potts, who has 6 of Foothill's 7 points.
Full court press now. Let's see if this second squad can handle it.
Humphreys and Chensi are trying to dribble it out. Nice pass for Ortiz, down low for Mendoza. Throws it long, and now Chensi will set up with 18 on the shot clock. Ortiz will draw a foul on Miles.
Mario Edwards was handling the ball for the Miners prior in the last squad. Did a very, very good job. They needed him to help break that press. Let's see if this group has. More likely if Nick Orb can handle it.
Well, this team is full of very good ball handlers. There's Maneri. Maneri drives, tries to get his own rebound, but Foothill takes it and they'll run with it. Long pass and drive, and a nice flip by Miles.
Miles getting up high above the basket. Good body control to make the layup.
An excellent penetration to get that far. And Chensi will draw a foul on Kennedy.
Now, I know it's early in the season, but Chensi last year, Steve, if you recall, he is an excellent offensive player, a good shooter, very good on defense, but his ball handling skills were suspect. They can't let him try to break this press. That's twice now we've seen him come down the court and lose the ball.
And there's some confusion. Coach Dellis is over at the scorer's table, pushing buttons, and it's never a good idea for the AD to come over and do your job for you. Looks like he reset the shot clock.
He showed the scorekeeper how to make the clock work. He should have just put a couple extra points up there while I was pushing buttons.
So Ortiz up against Miles. Swing it right. There's a 3 on the way from Maneri, and he nails it.
Any place, anytime, Maneri, he'll shoot it and he'll make them. David Maneri is, like you said, Steve, the offensive powerhouse of this team.
And he has all 7 of NU's points. There's the big cut, and drawing the contact is Miles, and this foul will be on Maneri, who will come out, and Carter, Daniel Carter that is, will come in. A fresh shot clock and an inbound under the basket for Foothill. The play down low and doesn't get the roll. Rebound taken by NU. Looking to run with it. There's Humphreys. Puts it up and in.
Good look by Chintzes. Good fast break. Very fast quarter. 3 minutes left.
Score is 9-9. Foothill with all 5 starters still in the game. Swinging it left side. There's a long 2. No good. Rebound taken by Mendoza. And NU will get up court before the press can take hold. Long pass for Humphreys. Humphreys switches it back over. Winds up in Chensi's hands, who will give it back to Ortiz. 20 seconds. Plenty of time to set up. Chensi gives it back to Ortiz. Ortiz going left hand. Over to Mendoza. Mendoza looking to drive. Over to Chensi for a long 3. Nicks the rim and goes out of bounds.
Let's watch that fast break. Now this is what the Miners are looking for, that long pass and the good execution down the floor. Releasing as Humphreys gets his first 2 of the night.
We got a massive substitution for Foothill, and Mario Edwards is going to come in for Ortiz. And Berkins is going to come in for Humphreys. In the game for Foothill is Trayvell Harris, who is one of 3 6'4" players for Foothill. Foothill swings it to the corner. Back up top for Hansen. There's a 3 on the way. In and out. Rebound taken by Trayvell Harris.
No one there to put a body on Harris. They're going to have that problem all night. Now there's a turnover. That was a good block. It's going to get called.
Yeah, it's on Berkins. Or Chensi.
Let's see who they call it on.
They call it on Chensi.
Yeah, I thought that was a good block all the way around. 2 times. I didn't see a body on him. Called from behind.
First shot is up and good.
This is number 10, Larry Alford.
Toby Carter is now back in the game for NU. Refs are having a conversation with Harris. Alfred's second shot. Rims around and falls. Foothill 3 of 4 from the line. Berkins gives it a nice turn by Toby Carter, gives it to Edwards. Now Edwards will set it up. On the right side over to Berkins. Long pass for Chensi for 3, and he nails it.
And that's what they expect out of Chensi this season. Excellent perimeter shooter. Pulls it within 1.
Minute 30 left in the first quarter. 13-12 Foothill lead. Foothill swings it back up the middle.
Good defense by NU.
That's Harris. Back for Warren. Warren kicks it out. Potts trying to go baseline, has to dish it back out. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Hansen takes the drive. No foul called. Much later, and Trayvell Harris puts it in and will go to the line for a 3-point play. It certainly looked like Daniel Carter drew the charge, but no call. So Coach Dellis has a few choice words for the referee. D'Angelo Miles comes in for Marcus Hansen. And Trayville Harris will shoot 1. Gets it to fall. That's 5 for Harris. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Shensi brings it up with the left hand, dishes it off to Daniel Carter, throws it back for Edwards, who will set up. Over for Edwards. Edwards drives, dishes out of the hand of Perkins. Shensi for 3, and he gets it to fall again. Three-second differential on the shot clock and the game clock. Foothill looking for a quick drive. And now looks like they'll hold, kill some time. There's a 3 on the way, and that's good. Robert Warren. 16 seconds left. They're gonna have to break that press quickly, and Foothill knocks it away. And now there are 12 seconds. Ortiz is coming in for Perkins. Another ball handler out there to break the press. There's a long pass ahead for Daniel Carter. Goes in, draws the foul, and almost gets the layup to fall.
He'll get 2 shots from the line.
And you, for the first time in this game, will get free throws. 7.5 seconds left in the quarter. Foothill leads 19-15. And Daniel Carter makes his first shot. Andre Kennedy will now come in for Larry Alford. Look for Foothill to run very quickly up the court to get one last scoring opportunity. And the second shot by Daniel Carter is good. Here they come, 5 seconds. High screen, long 3 is no good. And at the end of the first quarter, Foothill holding on to a very small lead, 19-17.
And what a game, impressive defensive game in my mind. I love what I see from Jeff Dellis's Miners. They are moving their feet. They are aggressive on the ball. They're changing over from man to zone and back again. Steve, this team is staying right with a very, very good Mustang team.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a testament to both these teams that it's such a close game, because they are both running very high-powered offenses.
No doubt.
Nevada Union is looking more for the perimeter game, and Foothill is looking to try and dominate in the paint like we saw in the girls' game earlier. And in terms of rebounding, Nevada Union is actually on top 7-5. And that is that's fantastic. That's really what you want to look for Nevada Union, is if they can keep getting the rebounds and stopping second chance opportunities for Foothill, because that's how they're going to get a lot of their points during the season.
You know, number 22, John Shensi, we talked about him earlier. 2 big 3 balls to keep the Miners in this game so far. He clearly is a perimeter shooter they need to go to.
If he can stay consistent, then that is an absolute asset. And that's someone you can go to game after game if you can open that shot up for him. Nevada Union was 3 for 5 from the three-point line, and Foothill was 1 for 4. So Foothill will inbound for the second quarter. Both teams with a mix of starters and bench players out on the court. Foothill swings it left. Back up top for Harris. Hansen swings it to Kennedy. Back to Warren. There's the drive and the big block by Chensi. But I believe that Angelo Miles will still get to the line.
Chensi will take his first foul of the night, or maybe I believe it's the second now. They need to keep him on the floor.
D'Angelo Miles will shoot 2. First shot is quite short. Foothill was 4 of 5 from the free throw line in the first quarter. Next shot rolls in. And you will get to work trying to beat the press here. High pass for Maneri. Maneri ends up with it. Gets it knocked out of his hands. Ortiz puts it up and good.
Ortiz coming in and following up. Great shot. Very opportunistic.
Not the possession NU wanted to have, but still ends up with points. Driving the lane was Hansen. Rebound stays with Foothill. There's a 3 in the corner, no good. And up and good. D'Angelo Miles. And a furious Coach Dellis will call a timeout.
He wants them to put a body on that big man. He's afraid of the height and the quickness of number 32, Harris.
And Harris at 6'4" is the same height as David Maneri, but it looks like Maneri is outclassed by about 25 pounds.
Yeah, 2 different types of players. Maneri is a ball handler and a shooter, and Harris is just big. They're taking him off the floor.
I see the touchdown production scoreboard. I'm seeing Foothill ahead 22-19, and NU will go to work trying to break the press yet again. Chensi throws it ahead, knocked out. That's Vernon Robertson. Robertson up, and Chensi with the block and the foul, and that will send Hansen to the line.
Chensi's going to have to come off the floor now. It's the 3rd foul in the game. In the game will be Wood.
And Chensi thought he had position, but he got some arm. Hansen taking his time. And knew right out of his hand that that one wasn't going in. Some subs coming in for NU and a couple for Foothill as well. Hansen will shoot his second free throw. And it is good.
Miners down by 4.
There's going to be a foul called on Hansen now. That was a very physical game.
It is very quick and very physical. 5th team foul now for the Mustangs.
There's Edwards. Edwards driving, gets pushed.
And the Miners can use a little bit of that. Edwards getting to the line. Excellent ball handling skills.
Edwards does not have any points so far, although he is more of an assist leader than a point scorer. His first shot is short. Mustangs holding on to a 4-point lead. 6:30 left in the first half. Second shot on the way is off. Iron and no good. Foothill now will get up court.
Miners really needed those free throws.
And Miles throws it out of bounds, and that is the first Foothill turnover of the game. Very tight offensive group, these Mustangs. Still a 4-point game, and Marcus Hansen is going to get called for another foul.
That is 6 now on the Mustangs.
So this will result in a 1-and-1 for Bo Berkins.
Miners need to make these free throws to stay in this game. 2 just previously missed by Edwards. Let's see if Bo can put a couple down.
And Berkins gets the roll. He will shoot another.
This aggressive defense by the Foothill team, especially trying to defend the press, is going to result in a lot of fouls, and they need to make these free throws.
And Berkins gets the roll a second time. So now just a 2-point game, 23-21. Foothill swings it right. Miles to Robertson. Robertson back up to Potts. Now Kennedy drives with the left hand, flips it with the right. A good rebound for NU. We get up the court before the press can be established. Edwards to Berkins.
They're looking for Minari. That's his shot right there. Very high percentage shot.
Nice rebound. And Michael Potts. Now Potts gives it up. There's a 3 on the way, and it's good. Marcus Hansen. And Coach Drew Hibbs is going to take a timeout. So just like that, Foothill back up on top by 5, 26-21. And we've got ourselves a basketball game.
This is a barn burner, Steve. Both teams have plenty of firepower offensively. I like the way Coach Dulles is platooning his core players in. There really, with the Dulles team, there really is no starters. You don't see the same group of 5 on the floor time and time again.
Well, he's doing a good job of cycling his players in and out. This Foothill team is 50% larger, so you really have to keep those shifts short and keep the rest coming, because Foothill is going to push and push and push. And you to inbound, breaking the press. Get to the half court over to Maneri, and Maneri can't save it.
And that was an opportunity missed by the Miners. All set up by Mario Edwards, good ball handling skills. I think they need him on the floor.
So Foothill brings it up again. Kennedy over to Potts. Potts to Robertson, swings it back to the right. There's a 3 on the way. And a great shot by Alford.
Alford just catch and shoot.
Edwards brings it up the left side, puts on the brakes, gets it almost knocked away, but it will result in an over and back. Good pressure from the Mustangs. Driving the lane, it's going to be a foul on NU. And now Foothill is looking at a 1-and-1. That foul's going to be on Mendoza. So Robertson, who has just 1 point, will shoot the 1-and-1. First one rolls in. Foothill with a 3-point lead, 4:30 left in the first half. Second shot is good. And a push on the free throw, on the made free throw.
That's a new one.
While the ball was in the air, the referee is saying Maneri threw an elbow. But Toby Carter is going to come in for David Maneri. Maneri, the leading scorer for the Miners with 7. And Marcus Hansen will shoot a 1-and-1. And you now with 9 team fouls. Hansen's shot rolls in. And now it is a much less manageable 11-point lead for Foothill. Second shot rolls out, rebound taken. NU. Edwards breaks the press. And now NU can set up on offense.
They're looking inside to David Maneri, and David will pick up another foul.
I think this one might actually be on Carter away from the ball. Let's see what the referee calls. And it is on Daniel Carter. So a loose ball foul, and Coach Jeff Dellis calls a very frustrating timeout. Down 32-21.
They haven't taken any shots at the basket, Steve, in the last 2 minutes. He got bailed out at the end of the first quarter by a couple of long 3 balls, and they just haven't had that kind of opportunity. Turnovers are killing them.
Well, they don't have a 3-point attempt in this quarter. You see the touchdown production scoreboard. Foothill scoring 13, and NU just scoring 2.
They were running right with them in the first quarter, and now the turnovers and the fouls are just killing them.
Yeah, NU with 8 turnovers and Foothill with 1. That will definitely tell you something. I think NU might have to go to a full court press, even though that might allow Foothill to run with it. It looks like they're running with the ball already. The Foothill will inbound after that offensive foul. This is certainly not the game we were expecting.
No, certainly not. And this quarter has definitely slowed down.
Well, as Foothill gets the angle, runs it in, and that ball will just fall out of bounds. Andre Kennedy had the lane, tried to just roll it up to the basket, and completely missed. So Ortiz and Perkins. As the pass back to Ortiz. Quick pass to Toby Carter. Dishes it out to Edwards. And now the 3 on the way is no good. Rebound taken by Foothill. And now Foothill will run up the court. Hansen into the corner for Alford. Alford, the 3 is good.
The 3-ball percentage is just killing NU now.
Foothill 3 for 4 from beyond the arc this quarter.
That looked like a backcourt, but not called.
It was very close. Don't think there was a referee quite in position to make it. So Edwards sets up to Perkins down low. Pass picked off. Long pass on the way, and that one's picked off by NU as Toby Carter goes up and is fouled. So NU going back to the line. And Toby Carter with a chance to get on the scoreboard.
And at the line is the only place they've scored so far this quarter.
3:16 left in the half. 35-21 Foothill lead. First shot is good for Toby Carter. NU only has 2 players with more than 5 points. Chensi with 6, Maneri with 7. Foothill with 5 players with 5 points or more. Carter's second shot is good. Now Foothill brings it up. 12-point lead for the Mustangs. More perimeter passing. Down low, then kicked back out. There's Robertson, drives, kicks it out. Long 2.
That was blocked, and they're going to call a foul on Ortiz.
Ortiz may have gotten in just a bit too deep with the swipe. That was certainly close. He definitely got some ball, but the follow-through may have gotten through to Angelo Craver. Craver's first shot rolls out. And now Maneri will come back in, 2:55 left. Perkins will take a seat. Craver's second shot on the way, and it's short. Rebound taken, Maneri. Foothill scrambles back, abandons the press for this possession anyway.
They need to look for Maneri for their first field goal of the quarter.
Edwards almost turned a corner on Hansen, but Hansen recovered. Swinging it back around, 13 on the shot clock.
Mustangs giving him nothing.
Get just down low from Maneri, and another NU turnover. It's not quite connecting. Now Foothill, quick drive. That's going to fall out of bounds. It will stay Foothill ball. It looked like Daniel Carter let it go, thinking it was off a Foothill touch, but it will stay with the Mustangs.
Harris back in the game. Along with Larry Alford, he's back in.
Foothill just gets the ball in. They've got 20 seconds on the shot clock to set something up. And there's an offensive foul away from the ball. That's going to be Angelo Craver setting an illegal screen. Just the Mustangs' third turnover of the game. Miners taking advantage of the press not being fully set up. There's a long shot on the way, no good. Rebound taken by the Mustangs, so they get away with one. Other end of the court, they're looking to push. Back in the corner, dumped it down low, almost picked off. Still plenty of time for Foothill. Well, thrown up top for Trayvell Harris. There's a 3 on the way. And it's good. Michael Potts with 9 points. Foothill now 4 of 5 from beyond the arc this quarter.
That shot of Michael Potts, what a thing of beauty. Squares the basket, great rotation on the ball.
Edwards throws it deep for Daniel Carter. Back up top for Edwards, and Edwards is going to get called for a travel.
Oh, and the first shot, field goal, that goes down for the quarter and it gets waved off.
And he definitely tried to readjust his feet after he caught the ball. That is NU's 11th turnover of the half. 6 of those off Foothill steals. Warren with the ball. Over to Potts. Potts waiting for something to develop down low. Almost picked off by Maneri. By Edwards, I'm sorry. Hansen swings it back up top for Warren. 10 on the shot clock. Hansen looking to drive. Steps up, dishes off to Warren. Warren for 3. No good. And a loose ball foul on Trayvell Harris. They'll be shooting. I believe they're in the penalty. And they are. So NU will go down and shoot 2. Looks like Giovanni Mendoza will be going in for Birkins. And Birkins is all set to shoot 2. First shot is no good. And Mendoza is going in, but he is going in for Maneri. There are 30 seconds left in the half, so there is no shot clock. Birkins' second shot up, and this one will fall. NU just 5 of 8 from the free throw line in this quarter, and Foothill can hold for the last shot if they want. Almost picked off by Edwards. The open 3 is taken and good. Marcus Hansen.
These guys are just on fire.
10 seconds now in the half. Taken up by Edwards. Edwards dishes to Birkins. Birkins long pass for Humphreys. Humphreys drives the baseline, flips it up, no good. Goes up for the rebound. Wow. And that is it.
And what a half of basketball we just saw. Seemed to go by like a streak of lightning, Steve.
That it did. Not very many pauses. And as you can see, the touchdown production scoreboard, Foothill putting up 22 points in the second quarter, and NU held to 5, all from the free throw line. That is not at all what Nevada Union was expecting, especially with all of the offensive weapons they came into tonight with.
Like Coach Daniels said, or Coach Della said, this is a big test for this team tonight and a good starter.
So we will come back, go over some first half stats, and get ready for second half of basketball. This is your Touchdown Productions Game of the Week.
Accidents happen, and Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
We're back here at the Allied Gymnasium. Foothill putting on quite the offensive and defensive display, up 41-24 at half. And just going over some of these numbers, they're pretty staggering. Nevada Union with 11 turnovers, Foothill with just 3, and that is the most shocking of all. Nevada Union really just not taking care of the ball. And that full court press that the Foothill Mustangs have put on is really messing up the flow of this game. Nevada Union can't really get anything going on offense.
They can't get down to past half court. They took, 7 shots, field goal attempts in the whole second quarter. Most of their points came from the free throw line. Steve, they got to find a way to break that press if they're going to stay in this game at all.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I wouldn't rule out the fact that Jeff Dellis might put in a full court press of his own. They really need something to jumpstart this game. Looking at the steals, Foothill with 6 steals, Nevada Union with just 1, and Foothill 6 of 11 from the three-point line. A good majority of those shots were wide open, and really Nevada Union's lucky it's not a larger lead. Their defense is sort of lacking outside the arc, but they are winning the battle in the paint. Foothill with 12 rebounds, Nevada Union with 11. So that's not really the problem. The size advantage is sort of nullified. Just the fact that Nevada Union is giving the ball away. When Foothill has 8 more possessions, and you're just giving away all these great chances on the turnovers, there's really not a lot you can do. You're taking the wind out of your own sails.
It's true. And also 3 fouls on John Chintzy. He had 6 points early. You get 3 fouls on one of your best shooters, it's going to take some of that offensive firepower off the floor that you desperately need.
Yeah, looking at the firepower of Foothill, like I said, 5 players with more than 5 points, leading scorers. Alfred, Hansen, and Potts all with 8 points. Actually, Potts with 9 points, so he is their leading scorer. Trayvell Harris and D'Angelo Miles both with 5. And Nevada Union, Maneri with 7 and Chansey with 6. And they had all those points in the first quarter. They were absolutely silenced.
Every time they put the 3 ball up, they were going down. Let's face it. If you got a team that's that hot, or maybe they're just really good shooters, you're going to have trouble staying up with them. It's going to be a track meet, and you're going to have to score the ball with them point for point.
Yeah, and that's really not what Nevada Union wants. They want their defense to really contain in the half court, because if you're not going to pressure full court, you need a solid half-court defensive game. And really, it hasn't been there, or rather, it's been beaten consistently by Foothill time and again. And
Remember
you just
what
3 of 7 from the three-point line.
Jeff Dellis told us in his pregame interview. He says tempo is everything. Tempo, tempo, tempo. They got to slow these horses down, and they just weren't able to do that in the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. They were running, they were shooting, and they were defending very, very well. That was just a stellar second quarter for Foothill. There's really not much else to say about that.
No doubt about it.
Coming back, though, in the third quarter, really look for NU to get tighter. I'm sure Coach Dellis is working with them to break the press consistently in the locker room, because that's so important to get in that half court with time to set up. Because if you break the press and there's 10 seconds left, you're not going to get the optimum shot. You're going to have to settle for something mildly contested or force a pass. And that's not really what you want to do down 17. You want to get something going. You want to run some plays, get something going down low. And that's just that wasn't available in the first half, so they had to take these 3-pointers that really weren't high percentage.
I'm wondering also if Coach Dellis will find 5 players that he wants to keep on the floor consistently. He made so many substitutions. I wonder sometimes if he lets a squad work with each other so they know who they're playing with. But he's trying to find those critical matchups defensively to kind of hold on to their, to some kind of defense. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure Coach Dellis will have some surprises up his sleeve when we come back for the third quarter, second half action, the CIF Foundation game here at the Ally on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Gil. We are here still at halftime. Foothill Mustangs playing some dominant basketball up on Nevada Union 41-24. And just looking at the Mustangs team before the game, during their warm-ups right now, they just seem much more loose and relaxed than Nevada Union.
I agree with that, Steve, completely. And as they got more and more confidence in that second quarter, you can see them playing even looser, and their shots were just falling like we talked about. It's hard to beat a team that's going to shoot that high a percentage from the three line.
Well, we'll take a look at the rebound numbers. Neither team with more than 12 rebounds, 12 and 11. That really shows high percentage shots. Not a lot of second chances, only 7 total offensive rebounds. It really tells the story of the game. When either team gets open shots, they are falling. The problem for Nevada Union is getting those open shots and not giving the ball away.
So we've got about a minute left here before both teams will come back on the floor. NU a little late coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, it is worth noting that Foothill was warming up for about an extra minute and a half, 2 minutes, and NU is just getting back from the locker room.
So they'll organize themselves. We'll see what team Coach Dulles decides to put on the floor.
Foothill's going with their original 5.
And it would appear that they'll do the same. It'll be Mario Edwards, Bo Berkins. Daniel Carter will come back on the floor. Brother Toby Carter and David Minari.
Foothill will inbound. So there are still 16 minutes of basketball left. And NU has to overcome a 17-point deficit. And right away, Andre Kennedy throws it away looking for Potts under the basket. A very good sign for NU. They can hurry and break this press. Berkins runs it down the sideline. Long pass for Edwards, in and out of his hand. Manages to get it out. Edwards tries to drive, loses the handle, gets it back, tosses it down low, and Toby Carter with the layup.
Unconventional, but 2 points is 2 points.
There's a foul away from the ball. Let's see who this is on. It's on Bo Berkins. Looks like he got a hand to the back of D'Angelo Miles, so there's the first team foul for NU. Pass in for Potts. Potts swings it to Robertson. Gives it up to Kennedy. Kennedy drives. Dishes it to Potts. Swinging around down low. Excellent ball movement, and Potts just steps up right to the basket.
That was a tougher finish than it looked like. He had some real body control to make that layup under the basket.
So Edwards with the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it to Toby Carter. Toby Carter drives, throws it for Berkins. Berkins tries to get to the baseline. They have to dish it back out. And Maneri with it. There's the open three. No good. Rebound taken by Foothill. Now Foothill thought about running with it. Now Potts drives, gets stuffed, and now there's a jump ball. Good defense by Edwards and Perkins under the basket. And you will have the possession arrow. Edwards to Perkins. Perkins' pass is knocked away. Another NU turnover, and Foothill will have a chance. Long three, falls short, rebound taken by NU. NU looking to run with it. And how about Maneri just taking it straight to the basket? 43-28, 5:45 left in the third quarter.
John Chinsey going to come back in the ball game. First time we'll see him since early in the second quarter.
Baseline jump shot, no good. Maneri goes up but can't hold on to it, falls out of bounds, and it will stay with Foothill.
Now watch this this is good defense as well as good hustle. This is fighting for the ball on the ground here. And you just collapsing in on Potts.
Back to live action. Foothill called for a 5-second violation. Couldn't inbound it. That's Foothill's second turnover. Toby Carter and Chinsey. Chinsey brings it up. Throws it to the corner. Maneri throws it down for Daniel Carter, and Carter can't hold on to it.
Carter was open, but Maneri, I think, needs to take that shot.
I think you're probably right, Paul. If he has an open shot, he should take it, since there have not been very many open looks against this tough Mustang defense. Foothill has to back off. Back to the right side. Miles looking to drive left, kicks it back out for Kennedy. Back for Robertson. Robertson drives baseline, and that looked like a pretty solid block by Chinsey. Carter might not have had position, and that foul is going against Daniel Carter. So Foothill will go to the line shooting 2. Robertson with 3 points. Robertson, the only sophomore on this Foothill team. First shot bounces out. And you showing improvement from the second quarter, but still just able to run stride for stride with Foothill, not really putting a dent in that lead. Second shot rolls around and falls.
Well, Foothill's missing their shots, though, for a change.
There's Edwards with some slick ball handling, gets it up the court quickly. Maneri with the 3, falls out. And that long rebound off the hand of Carter goes out of bounds, so Foothill will take over. Very quick shot from Maneri. I think he was trying to make up for the one he didn't take down on the baseline. Hanson brings up the ball slowly. Drives left, kicks out. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound taken by Edwards. Now Edwards slows it down, seeing the press retreating. That's for his team to get set up. There's the pass to Edwards. There's Chinsey for 3, and Chinsey nails it.
And that's a thing of beauty coming from the NU sideline. Watching Chinsey dump the 3 ball.
There's a push, I believe, on Edwards. NU's third team foul. NU has just 1 steal in the game. This is very uncharacteristic. This is generally a very tight defensive effort. Hansen throws it down low. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound taken by Edwards. Edwards for Chency. Chency takes the three again and nails it again. Chency with 12 points now.
And it's a 10-point game.
And they need a stand here to ride this momentum. Almost stolen by Toby Carter. There's a long two on the way, and that's good from Vernon Robertson. And Coach Hibbs calls a timeout for Foothill.
John Chency really coming up with important three balls for the Miners.
And he's 2 of 4 from beyond the arc this quarter. 5 of 11 on the game. And you get the feeling that NU has found a way to get in a half-court game and try and get something working. See the touchdown production scoreboard. NU is outscoring Foothill 10-5, still down by 12. But this is a much more manageable game now that NU has found a way to get some offense rolling.
There's the sideline. Drew Hibbs, coach of the Foothill Mustangs, taking that timeout. Foothill's shooting definitely has cooled since they came back from half.
So Edwards will inbound. Chency with it in the corner. Takes it up the middle, gives it up to Toby Carter. Carter went for Chency, but picked up by Edwards. A nice dump to the basket, no good. Maneri with the rebound, again no good. A couple of offensive rebounds for NU. And now with a fresh shot clock they can set up. Try and recover from those 2 missed layups.
Maneri doing a great job on an offensive rebounding.
Chency for 3 again, but he rushed the shot. And the rebound taken by Foothill. Foothill now looking to run. They've got numbers. They slow it down. Gives it to Hansen. Hansen pulls up. Shot was partially blocked, it looked like. Or it was just very short.
It was just an air ball, I think, Steve. They're going to award the ball to the Miners. In the ball game now. Bo Perkins checks back in. He'll replace Toby Carter.
12-point game. Chency with it. Chency and Perkins. Chency splits the D. Dishes it down low for Maneri. Maneri tries to recover but can't. And Foothill comes up with the rebound. There's Warren on the right side. Gives it back to Hansen for Potts now. Potts drives left hand. Rolls out. That is off the hand of Chency. It will stay Mustang ball. Fresh shot clock. Trayvell Harris dumps it back out to D'Angelo Miles. Miles to Hansen. Swings it, there's Warren. Warren drives with the right hand, no good. Maneri's going to get called for the foul. Maneri went up, and instead of just going straight up for the ball, he went out and forward and knocked the hand of Miles.
Let's look at the replay here.
It was out and forward. That's exactly why it was called.
How many fouls on Maneri, Steve, do you know? I believe that's 3.
I think you're right. Warren makes his first free throw. Maneri comes out. Mendoza is in.
Forces Jeff Dallas to take Maneri off the floor.
Warren's second shot is also good. Now the Miners get to work on the press. Edwards in the corner, gives it to Perkins. Perkins looking to drive, dishes off, and now Edwards for 3, in and out. Foothill with another rebound, and now they'll look to run. The 3 was passed up by Warren. Now looking to pass off. Drives around Birkins. Dishes to Alfred. Alfred backs out. Hanson to Potts. Down low for Alfred. Back up, a long two. Air ball knocked out. Rebound by NU. Birkins up and stolen away nicely. Foothill with another steal. And it goes out of bounds off of Edwards. Nick Ortiz is now in for Birkins. Birkins gets to rest. 14-point game, just under a minute left in the third quarter. Foothill up 48-34. Foothill in no rush to get something started on offense. Ooh, Potts gets the ball knocked away by Carter, and Carter is called for a foul. And that is the 5th team foul on Nevada Union. Foothill has 0. That was the 4th foul on Daniel Carter.
Shinsey comes off the floor.
Toby Carter comes in for Daniel Carter.
Coach Dellis is going to sit him for the 43 seconds. A little more rest before the quarter.
Trayvon Harris. And Harris splits his teammates, and that is the 3rd Foothill turnover of the quarter, just the 6th of the game. 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards will set it up. Looking to get something going in the post. And Trevor Humphreys is going to get called for a travel. And you with 4 turnovers in this quarter, 15 on the game. And with the shot clock off, Foothill has 12 seconds to get the shot they want. Driving the baseline up with the layup, no good. And at the end of the third quarter, Foothill leads 48-34 in a radically different basketball game than we saw in the first half.
And certainly in the second quarter, Steve, Foothill with half the firepower they had, and we'll see the scoreboard here in a second talking about the total points, but this team on the floor, the NU Miners can stay up with. The team that they put on the floor the second quarter, they couldn't. Look at NU outscoring the Mustangs by 3 points.
It's still only putting up 10.
14-point game. Coach Dellis is going to have to commit to his shooters on the floor of this fourth quarter if he's going to put up enough points to catch up.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Now they found a way to break this press consistently. I do believe that Foothill only with 2 steals that came off of the press. That bodes very well for the offense if they can just get the shots.
He's going to need to have Shinsis and Neri on the floor, though. He needs the firepower.
And right now, neither of those 2 players are out there.
The crew that he has on the floor right now, I don't see where they're going to get their points.
And Foothill will inbound this fourth quarter. And there's a 5-second violation. That's how they started the third quarter as well. So Edwards brings it up. Mendoza pulls up, gets his pass knocked out of bounds. So NU will have the inbound underneath the basket. Ortiz will take it. Throws out for Edwards, and Edwards will set up. And that passes behind Trevor Humphreys, so NU throws it out of bounds, and that will be Foothill ball.
There he goes. Now Coach Dellis is going to put in his big firepower. Coming back on the floor, Shinsi Minari.
Well, Hansen's pass is intercepted, and NU will have it. There's a wide open three. Up and good. Toby Carter. Toby Carter with 7 points.
Carbs lead down to 9.
Now a blocking foul is called on Mario Edwards. That will give NU a chance to get their subs back in the game. Berkins, Carter, Chensi, and Minari all come in.
Only player staying on the floor is Edwards. He'll do the ball handling. I like this team on the floor right now.
And that was the 6th team foul for NU. Foothill now in the bonus. Trevell Harris gives it off to Miles. Miles for Alford, who thought about the three. There's a moving screen called on Miles.
I think NU's got an opportunity here with this game on the floor. They get a few three balls to land, and they get in it.
11-point game. Edwards brings it up. And there's a reach-in called on Miles.
First foul against the Mustangs in the half. Very disciplined group, the Foothill Mustangs, Steve. You've got to admire how well coached they are and the kind of discipline on both offense and defense they display.
Oh, absolutely. They are both these teams are pretty good defensive, and there is some definite confusion on the brow of Coach Hibbs.
Coach Hibbs had to take a timeout he didn't want to take. They couldn't figure out what crew was going to be on the floor, who was replacing who.
And there's the touchdown production scoreboard. Nevada Union kept pace in the first quarter, fell behind in the second quarter, gained slightly in the third quarter, and the fourth quarter, the lone three by Toby Carter, the only points scored so far.
Well, take a look at this, Steve. There's 7 points that has been scored in total by the Mustangs since the beginning of the second half. That's almost 11 minutes.
Well, I think coming into the second half, Foothill was really looking to wear time off the clock as opposed to bury the Miners.
Right.
So as a result, the lead has been cut to a more manageable 11. And that is still a somewhat comfortable lead for the Mustangs. Edwards sets it up on the left. Minari for three. And no good. Rebound taken, Foothill.
Good shot, though. Good clean open shot by a good shooter.
Hansen down to Warren. Warren in the corner. Hansen dishes it back to Warren. Over to Alford. And now Kennedy. A lot of movement away from the ball. Ball picked off, hits Edwards in the face, and he still comes up with the steal. And Chensi looks like he was tripped up and now is called for a charge. Coach Dellis is furious at that call. It looked like Chensi got his legs kicked out from under him.
Let's take a look at the replay. I think he's right. I think it is a charge. He gets a little out of control here. No, he didn't get himself set. Defender didn't get his feet set. Should have been a blocking foul.
Well, the initial call was a block, and then he signaled for the offensive foul.
Take a look one more time. Now look, he doesn't stop his feet. He takes it. I don't believe that was
And I think that's Chensi's 5th foul, so he is now out of the game. So Foothill with the ball. Looking to burn some more time off the clock. 5:50 left in the game. And Foothill will just back off and let the shot clock run down to 13. They're nowhere near the basket. Pass swings around. 2 seconds on the shot clock. The long two is up. Gets rim. Rebound comes to Berkins, and Berkins gets fouled by Alford. The sub comes in now. Potts will come in for Alford. Just 3 team fouls for Foothill in this half. The score remains 48-37. Edwards brings it up. Foothills relax their press. To Maneri. Maneri back to Edwards. Pass broken up. So Foothill gets to work 30 more seconds off the clock if they want to. Down low for Robertson. Robertson backs up, spins, and there's going to be a foul before the shot on Daniel Carter. And away from the action, looks like Hansen pushed Edwards down. Dellis trying to get the referee's attention. And the referees are trying to gain some sort of semblance as Daniel Carter is fouled out.
Carter knows he's walking off the floor. And you can watch the action now here as they push.
Looks like it may have been embellished a bit by Edwards, who was listening in on the Mustang pep talk, which is generally frowned upon.
That could be what it was.
That's certainly what it looked like to me as an athlete. If there was some sort of meeting going on at the mound, say, and the batter waltzed up, I'd be a little angry too.
Somebody sticking their head in your huddle is frowned upon in any sport.
Well, Coach Dellis takes a timeout to cool things over as Daniel Carter and John Chensi have both fouled out of the game.
Still only an 11-point game, Steve. 5 minutes to play.
There is plenty of time, and there has been no scoring, as you can see on the Touchdown Production scoreboard, except the 3-ball from Toby Carter at the very beginning of the quarter. It's been a very back-and-forth game, and Foothill is finally turning the ball over. In the first half, just 3 turnovers so far. In the second half, 7. Nevada Union also with 7. And if NU wants to get back in this game, they are going to have to stay disciplined.
Robinson at the line.
And after all this, Robertson does still have free throws. First one is up and good. Again, NU with 8 team fouls, and Foothill with just 3. Second shot is short. Rebound taken by Maneri.
They need to push the ball.
There's the drive and the kick out to Maneri. Maneri backs in, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play. And that certainly looked
now,
like
look
it
at the
could have been a
replay
charge.
on this. I mean, there's evidence that Maneri could have been the one doing the fouling. No, clearly it was a block.
Definitely a block. Maneri's free throw is good. So Maneri with 12 points.
And for the first time since early in the second quarter, they're only down by 9.
There's a drive by Hansen. Hansen tucks it in. And I believe this foul will be on Berkins. Oh, on Edwards. So Hansen will shoot a 1-and-1. Hansen with 8 points on the night. First shot is good. 50-40 is now the score. Foothill on top. A slow boo emanates from the crowd. Second shot on the way, and it's good. Back to an 11-point game. Foothill switches to a half-court press. Edwards now sets up. Down low from Maneri. Maneri spins, puts it up, and it's good. Back to a 9-point game. Just over 4 minutes left. Hansen weaves, Maneri steals. And wisely, not having the numbers, pulls up. And now NU can cut the lead even further. Humphreys to Maneri. Maneri for three, it's short. Hansen got away with a push. And it will stay NU ball. Hansen, for just being 5'10", underneath with all those trees, is playing a very physical game in the paint. Humphreys dishes it out. Edwards back to Berkins. Berkins for three, and Berkins hits it.
Getting his 6th point of the night, Berkins scores the high ball.
And it's now a 6-point game. Hansen drives right, dishes left, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Second chance. And Robert Warren will go to the line for two.
Trevor Humphreys gets him in the back.
And there really wasn't much he could do in that situation. Warren was going up for an easy two. He had to go up for something.
Take a look here on the replay. I think this is actually a good foul. Had he not gone over the top right here, he was going to get an easy two. Make him get it from the line, and he misses his first.
No, you hit it. Back to a 7-point lead. And back up to an 8-point lead. The press is back now from the Mustangs. Edwards just backs him back into the half court. Edwards wants some post play. Back to Bo. Bo jumps in and hits the short jumper.
Boy, Bo Berkins has come alive this fourth quarter, hasn't he?
This has become a very physical game, and I think NU is taking a little offense to the Mustangs' tough style of play. Berkins just lowers his shoulder on the jump stop. There's a foul. And since that is the, I believe, 11th team foul, this will be 2 free throws from Foothill. The foul's on Mario Edwards, who laughs at the announcement of his foul. And that's 4 on Edwards. Kennedy's shot is good. That's his first point of the night. There's a little bit of confusion as Humphreys boxed out the shooter on the first of 2 free throws. Second shot is good. And now Miles comes into the game for Kennedy. Back up to an 8-point lead for the Mustangs. Humphreys just burns up the side. beats the press, and now Edwards will set up from up top. Maneri back to Edwards. Edwards loses the handle, but it falls to Humphreys. Humphreys back up for Edwards. 14 left on the shot clock. Maneri for Edwards. Edwards goes up into the paint and is called for a charge.
And rightfully so. He's out of the game now too, Steve, but a little out of control, a little over-aggressive. But I think a very good game tonight from Mario Edwards. I like his style of play.
And that is the third Miner to foul out, so Coach Jellis is left with just 7 to play. And we are just confirming Edwards has fouled out. So there's even more confusion now as the referees had to determine what color jersey Nevada Union was wearing. I believe it's been white all night.
2:03 left in this contest. Miners still looking at 8.
There's still an 8-point lead for Foothill. And Foothill has possession and are in the double bonus. And there Nevada Union has switched to a full court press. Hansen sprints into the half court. Swings it over for Potts. Back to Robertson. Over for Kennedy now. Kennedy looks to drive, goes up and throws it out of bounds. Easily Foothill's sloppiest quarter. Foothill came into the fourth quarter with 6 turnovers, and they've committed 6 in the fourth quarter. Ortiz inbounds to Humphreys, back to Ortiz. Ortiz backs Miles into the half court, and now they'll set up the offense. There's a good drive, knocked out of bounds, will stay Miner ball. 21 seconds left on the shot clock. 126 in the game. At best, it's a 3-possession game. Up for Ortiz. Ortiz, and there's an offensive foul called away from the ball. That's why 24, that's Toby Carter. So another NU turnover.
I believe that's 4 fouls now for Toby as well. Minute 19.
Hansen still on the court. There's some tight defense being played by the Miners. There's the pass down low, and Robertson puts it in and will go to the line.
I believe that foul is also on Trevor Humphreys. Let's see.
It is.
I believe he's out of the game.
And Coach Dellis is calling a timeout. A long, frustrating game for the Miners. And the Mustangs are holding on for dear life, up 57-47. And you are correct, Paul. That is Humphreys' 5th. And you with just 6 players now eligible to play. As you see the touchdown production scoreboard, NU outscoring Foothill 25-14 in the second half, but still trailing by 10 after that one-sided second quarter.
Devastating second quarter. You can see 22 points. Big deficit to overcome.
And really, all the credit goes to Foothill. Foothill played an excellent second quarter and really aren't playing a bad second half. They're just playing a very preventative defense. They're not going for points. They're going to burn clock.
And some of their best players are sitting on the bench with 5 fouls. You're not going to win many games if you have some of your scorers sitting on the bench in the last 4 minutes of the game.
That's very true.
But a lot of good things I can see with this Miner team. I like their defensive style. This is a young team. This is a bunch of juniors. They're just going to get better.
So Robertson will shoot one. Shot rolls in. And Mendoza will come in for Maneri. Foothill still going with that full court press, not letting up, even up 11 with under a minute in the game. Berkins with it, passes to Toby Carter. Ortiz now over to Berkins. Berkins drives, puts up the two.
Air ball.
Misses everything. Foothill with the rebound. Seven and a half second differential now. And really, Foothill could just hold on and take a shot clock violation. That would probably be in everyone's best interest. Ball almost stolen by Carter, and it actually goes off of a Foothill player. So 20 seconds left. 11-point game. No shot clock. Nevada Union just looking to put whatever points they can on the board. Carter tries to swing it back right and drive. Can't get around the defense. 4 seconds now. Ortiz with it. Passes off to Carter. Carter for three. No good, and that will do it. Did you see the Touchdown Productions
final scoreboard?
There it is. Foothill on top, 58-47. Very impressive basketball game from both these teams, but Foothill with just an excellent defensive showing, and their offense really came alive when they needed it to.
A lot of good things came out of this game for the Miners. Things to build on. I think this Miner team is going to win a lot of games this year.
And really, they just need to cut down on the turnovers. 20 total turnovers on the game. And that is just too many.
And a little more disciplined on the fouls, Steve.
And just totaling up some numbers here. And you really tried to go back to that three-point shot, and it just wasn't there as consistently as it was in the first half. Only 7 for 18. And Foothill 6 for 13, only taking 2 in that second half. But I think NU really needs to work on getting to the free throw line. They only shot 1 free throw in the second half. On the night, they were 8 for 11, an excellent percentage. But really, they needed to get back there to get some quick points, and that was really the only consistent shot that they had in that second half. Our executive producer was Gilbert M. Dominguez.
Thank you, Gilbert.
Director, Sanyu Enos. Camera operators, Paul Town, Lauren Unger, and Mason Diley. Announcers, Steve Sitter and Paul Brown. Paul, thanks for being here. Remote facilities, Commander 2. Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, and Reeves Auto Parts. Player of the Game Award, Touchdown Productions and Stookie Engravers. Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graciano LLP. And that'll do it here for us at the Ally. Nevada Union can't find a way to power past the Foothill Mustangs tonight, playing a very physical game, and it's only going to get harder for them down the road. A lot of basketball left for them this week. Reminder to order your DVDs today, only 1,500 sports telecasts. Tune in each week on the YouTube channel, Comcast, the new education channel, and we'll see you back here next week. Nevada Union, lots of basketball coming up. So for Paul Brown, Gil Dominguez, everyone else at the Touchdown Productions crew, good night, and we'll see you back here next week.